All right, there's good news for Quinton Dunbar. He'll probably be reporting to Seattle Seahawks training camp pretty soon. And Deandre Baker is the bad news for him, but let's get into it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support, and check out our NFL Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hopefully no more videos like this, man, just pertaining to football is the hope. But, okay, Quinton Dunbar, let's start off on a positive note on this Good Friday. He has been cleared of all charges. He was facing 4 charges related to armed robbery, all right? He's been cleared. He's free due to insufficient evidence. So Deandre Baker ain't snitch on him at least, right? All right, if you don't know what happened, all right, they were at some type of party, during quarantine when everything still was on shutdown. And allegedly, and I use that tightly, allegedly, Deandre Baker pulled out a semi-automatic weapon and robbed a table where they was playing dice or they was playing dominoes or cards or whatever it was, right? So he holds the gun up. He tells Dunbar and the third masked man to take jewelry and money off of the guys that was playing in the high-stakes gambling game, right? Whatever they was playing. Now, backstory has that allegedly those guys had, basically, hammed them in another, gambling game before, all right? So basically, the guys had basically took Deandre Baker in or Quinton Dunbar's money before gambling. So I don't know if they felt, or at least, Baker felt like they had cheated or they had got, took into the bank and robbed. So this time when they was playing, Baker didn't waste no time. He whipped out the gun allegedly, and basically he robbed the dice game or whatever that's playing the game. Now, there was witnesses, and some of the witnesses started changing their stories and not sure how concrete the stories was. So witnesses say they seen, Baker. Some people changed their story. So once again, this was going down in South Florida, I think in the Miami area. All right. And, at the end of the day, hopefully Baker's innocent. Deandre Baker, he was drafted by the Giants last year out of Georgia. And all the money he making in the NFL, you worried about hitting the dice game. You can't take the hood out the boy. You can take the boy out the hood, but not the hood out of him. So right now, he the only one that sound like he's facing charges. I don't know if they got the third masked gunman that was allegedly there that was helping clean it up. But Dunbar, all he did was basically, do what Baker told him to do. And Baker had the gun. He could have just said, I just did what he said do. All right. So he was allegedly cleaning these dudes out. He was taking their jewelry and they got off in some Ferraris or some high-end cars. And basically that's how the story goes. Now, formerly Quinton Dunbar's charges have been dropped. He can report to the Seattle Seahawks if he chooses not to opt out of the 2020 season due to COVID-19. So good for him. He out the blue for now. Now things can change, right? Because they had insufficient evidence. Now, with Baker, I'm pretty sure for Mr. Deandre, it's his word versus the witness's word, right? But usually when they pick up the charges, when they pick up the cases, they got enough evidence to kind of go to trial. Now, he formally have been charged with 4 counts of armed robbery, I think, right? And also there could be additional 4 counts that could come to aggravated assault with a firearm or deadly weapon, all right? So he could be facing 8 counts. Right now, he's facing 4 counts. And those 4 counts and possibly the 8 counts carry a maximum of life in state prison and a minimum of 10 years in state prison or federal prison, whichever one it says. But the article is in TMZ. I'll put it in the description. If not, you can follow it there. Or you can catch it there. And this is disappointing, right? This dude just got into the league, He just started making some real money. He was about to start, vying for a starting position this year, full time. He was a talented corner. He got took late in the first round out of Georgia. Georgia just produced some great pros. And you go around and do something this ignorant. Even if you beat this case or you exonerated, cleared, whatever you want to say, beat this case, make you sound guilty. Even if he clears this case and he's exonerated, people still gonna look at him funny. All right. He sat there, all the money he got, he concerned about a couple dollars he lost gambling. That's why it's called gambling. You win some, you lose some, but you live to see another day. All right. But if he get to start spitting and snitching, you know, to get less time, Quinton Dunbar could be in trouble. The third guy that I'm guessing they don't have in custody with the mask could be in trouble. So you about to see how solid him and Dunbar's relationship and other guy relationship is, and if anybody else is also involved. All right. So if he starts spitting, he starts speaking, it's going to be interesting because he can start getting less and less time. But as of right now, it don't seem like he started talking. If he did start talking and Dunbar has something to do with it, Quinton Dunbar wouldn't be scot-free and be able to go. Now, we don't know if Quinton Dunbar didn't snitch as well. You know, if they saying it's insufficient evidence, did Quinton Dunbar end up telling on Deandre Baker? And if he did, I'm not sure if Baker free. I think Baker would have put the word out. He was like, oh, this dude lying. He snitched on me. And they got social media on the inside now. They got Xboxes and everything. So, if, you know, from what it sounded like, you know, they just didn't have enough evidence on Quinton Dunbar. But also, Quinton Dunbar could have told on him. He goes, oh, yeah, he did this. He was mad, this, that, and the third. And only when they get to court, we'll know. Now, Quinton Dunbar take the stand and snitch on Baker, then we know. But then again, you know, Baker could tell, too, you know, what happened. But really, who are you going to tell on? Because you the one that had the weapon. Because the third guy, you can tell on him all you want to. But Dunbar didn't have a weapon, according to the story. So, you know, at the end of the day, just pure ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Two dudes who had a future in the NFL. Dunbar is the elder. He's older, about 28 years old. Baker got to be around 21, 22, Deandre. And it's just pure ignorance. It just makes no sense to go out here and throw your career away because you lost some money in the game, in the gambling. You can get that money back. And then they supposed to be at the crib chilling and quarantining and getting ready for the season. You know, and they in Florida just, you know, living it up. But as of right now, Deandre Baker, New York Giants, might be former New York Giant pretty soon, is facing 4 counts and could be facing an additional 4 other counts. And he could be facing life in prison, minimum 10 years if he's convicted of all 4. Quinton Dunbar, he's now with the Seattle Seahawks. He probably be reporting to camp. All 4 of his charges have been dropped due to insufficient evidence. So right now, it don't sound like nobody started spitting yet. But if he did start spitting, it probably was Dunbar. But I doubt it, you know. I really do doubt it. So hopefully, you know, Baker able to get exonerated and Deandre can move on with his life. Don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got any questions. All my social media links in the description. Also, our Facebook group there as well. If you want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share the video. Check out our NFL Talk playlist for more videos like this. One time for the one time we go.